Welcome everybody to the B.M.E. Talks Everything Wrestling. This is episode 4, where we talk PWX's Stripped and Crowned show. I am, of course, Courtney Wood, and with me, as always, is Ricky Hart.
Sup, world.
Sup, Internet. We got the two core members of the B.M.E., and we're going to break down this pretty interesting show, Stripped and Crowned. I'm going to let Ricky explain it to you guys.
Alright, so the whole concept of the Stripped and Crowned stipulation was that all the title holders was in a match. The loser of the match got stripped of their title. The winner of the match, whoever picked up the pinfall, did not have to defend their title that night, with all the other champions having another match for their respective title. So to begin with, there was slight ring mishap, I would say. Something happened, I guess, during setup or something. Don't really know what happened. But the ring was pretty messed up. But you know what they say, the show must go on.
So I'm not as nice as he is. The ring was fucked up. Let's just say what it was. The show started a half hour late, right off the bat, and then we enter the PWX WrestleFlex to a very fucked up ring. The bottom rope, the middle rope was practically touching the bottom, and the one ring post was like bent in. I don't know what the fuck happened. I heard from a little birdie that it was Sean Phoenix that broke the ring. I don't know how much of that I believe, but it did not start off well. Fortunately for fans, and I guess PWX management and the ring crew, the great David Lawless came out and entertained the fans for a while, giving the
ring crew time to try to fix the problem.
Except for Corey Harris, who did shit. We saw you, Corey, not doing anything. So, as the magnitude of the situation is fully played out, they realize that this ring is just not going to get fixed anytime soon.
So Quinn came out, and he basically he said, he told the gavel to basically shut the fuck up.
Which is slander.
Do you want to spell that for everybody?
Fuck you, Ryan Ray. I know how to spell slander.
So Quinn, on the mic, he said that he's going to make every match tonight no DQ, falls count anywhere. Which, to me, brought me back to the good old days, to the way they used to do some of the matches. And it took a lot of the focus off the ring itself, which was a good idea, because of the way that the ring was.
I really didn't feel that there was anything else they could have done, given the situation. I thought it made this high-stakes match even more high-stakes. So, from a fan's perspective, we did win. We did win in that regard. We got a very intense, crazy match, and given the stipulation of the match, I think it fit. So
go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say we need to address who was all in the match.
Well, before we get into that, for people that follow PWX on social media, we found out that a couple of days ago, David Lawless
Esquire
filed a petition with the Pennsylvania State Athletic Commission to have one of the tag team champions, whether it be Chris Taylor or Justin Idol, just participate in the match instead of having both of them, saying that it was unfair to have the singles champion and then both tag team champions, because they could like tag, like team up to go against everybody else. Just to make it fair, have one of the tag team champions represent the tag team champions. Which to me, I don't like the order. There's only certain people in the order that I like. But that was a really smart move, because if you think about it, it should be one holder of the tag team champion should fight for both of them in this match. You didn't have to have both of them in to give them that unfair advantage.
I agree with the gavel. I do see the unfair advantage placed. It is slightly hypocritical considering how many members of the Order were in this match. But you gotta give it to the gavel for being genius. Always one step ahead of everybody. So I give it to Lawless Esquire for trying to get as big of an advantage as he possibly could.
So into the match itself, you had... This was the main focus of the whole night, which was the stripped and crowned match. It was the PWX Heavyweight Champion Brandon Kay versus the Three Rivers Champion Crusher Hansen versus the Television Champion and David Lawless versus the Tag Team Champion represented by Chris Taylor versus the Futures Cup Champion, Sonny Vice.
Which, by the way, Sonny Vice, you owe me a water. I am totally okay with supplying things for matches and doing everything that I can for wrestling because I love wrestling. But you fucking took my water without permission. I don't even know how you saw it. It was stuck up under the chair, but you took it. You owe me $1 or a bottle of water, Sonny Vice. Other than that, I still love you. Where is the Sonny Vice guy? I hope he's okay. We still miss you. Get well soon. We miss you. We need you back.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Now, on to the match itself. It was pretty much wild from the get-go. Like, they went all over the WrestlePlex. They beat the holy hell out of each other.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They tried to basically focus on just either... One point in time, it was a 2-on-1 with 2 members of the Order against Sonny Vice, or it was 2 members of the Order against Chris Taylor, while the other one took care of the other one that wasn't part of the Order. So basically it was a glorified handicap match to begin with.
Which just strengthened my point that the Order came in with an obvious advantage. I really liked the chemistry and the violence between Lawless and Sonny Vice. I hope that we get to see a singles match from those two soon, because that was intense. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, Sonny Vice brought the attack to everybody in that match.
Sonny Vice straight up smacked the shit out of Lawless with a fucking box of M&Ms. It was awesome. I'm sorry, Lawless. You're still flawless, but to see somebody hit somebody with a box of M&Ms, it was great.
Yeah, it was out of control.
It was.
So, the finish of that, we saw Brandon Kay pick up the victory. He pinned Chris Taylor. So, due to the stipulations, Brandon now had the night off. He didn't have to defend his belt. But unfortunately, Chris Taylor and Justin Idol were stripped of the tag team championship, which to me was pretty sad, because they had the momentum going into the match.
Yeah.
Out of all the champions.
Yeah, it seems like there was a huge air of change going on, and that kind of, I don't want to say killed it, but it definitely deterred it a little bit. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but it was definitely a blow to those that were fighting the Order. So.
I mean, it just proved, like, no matter what you can do to the Order, they still overcome, and they're still a powerful unit to be dealt with in PWX.
Yeah.
So that leads us into match number 2. I'm just going to straight up call it the Battle of the Big Men.
Yeah.
Gannon Jones Jr. versus Duke Davis. My only question is, which one of y'all is taller?
I'm putting it on record, I think Gannon is taller.
See, I say Duke, but it's very close.
No matter what, it's not by much. There was a fan in the crowd that pointed out that, I'm sorry, but Duke has a tiny bit of padded shoes, which may have given him a slight advantage. But I still say it's Gannon.
See, I still go with Duke.
I have faith in Gannon. This was a match I was definitely excited to see. It's something that I've wanted to see since Gannon returned.
Yeah.
Just the beginning of the match was crazy. Just seeing Duke just straight up jump across the rope, top rope, like it was insane. Like no human should be able to jump that high. Like it was nuts.
Yeah, he cleared it. Like he hurdle jumped it and he cleared it without even touching it.
No problem whatsoever.
And then Gannon comes out and he's all hesitant to get in the ring.
Which you can't blame Gannon. I appreciate Gannon's sense of humor with this, showing the apprehension that I would assume the vast majority of the locker room felt, given the condition of the ring. I applaud Gannon for even acknowledging it.
I mean, it was kind of funny though, because we all know, like, he uses the second rope to pull himself up to the apron to get in, and he went to reach for the second rope and it wasn't there, so he was all scared, so he just like slowly rolled in underneath the bottom rope, and he like he didn't even want to touch it, which was really hilarious.
Yeah, Gannon's always a funny guy. This match wasn't even a match. It was a straight up fight. It
was a brawl.
It was intense. I love, again, I'm a total mark for Gannon. I love the new attitude that he has, where he's like, I'm not wrestling anymore, I'm fighting. And you definitely saw that in this match. And Duke's always been a fighter.
Yeah.
Like, from day one, he's been the hired gun and the muscle of the Order. So to see these two guys collide was just...
Which made this match even bigger, because before Gannon got injured, he was considered the heavy hitter of the Order. Then after he got injured, that's when they brought Duke in to replace him.
I don't know if you can necessarily say that Duke replaced him, just because I don't think anybody can do what Gannon does.
But he replaced him in the fact that he's now the heavy hitter of the Order.
I mean, we can have that debate. I don't know how quick I am to agree with you with that. But either way,
like, ever since Duke debuted and Gannon returned back from his injury, this has been a dream match for all of indie wrestling fans.
Yeah. People have been wanting to see it for a while. I think the only match that may have topped it would be a legitimate contest between Quinn and Duke. But I don't know how likely we are to ever see that. So to see Gannon and Duke was awesome. The entire locker room, not the entire locker room, but practically had to come in to separate these two, and it barely worked.
Well, the only reason why that happened was the original ref, which I believe was Josh Main. I'm sorry if I screwed up your name, but he got taken out.
Oh, you know what, just say what happened. All the refs got knocked out.
Yeah. So
one
basically,
get knocked out, another one came down.
And then he got knocked out, then the third one came down, and so on and so on.
It was not a good night to be a referee.
So basically, like, the locker room came out and tried to separate them, which didn't work. They ended up brawling through the crowd to the outside.
Yeah.
So the match, disappointingly to the whole WrestlePlex, ended in a no contest. Like, you can tell that they're obviously gonna set up for like some type of rematch.
I hope so.
With a definitive winner, hopefully.
I hope so. I'd even be okay with another no contest just to see these two lock up again.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
So the next match on the card was the highlight of the night. Classic Chris Helmsley facing off against the Futures Cup champion Sonny Vice with the Futures Cup on the line. But it was also part of the Classic Challenge. And Helmsley stated, well, through Hank, Helmsley stated that he can beat Sonny Vice in 9 minutes or less.
Can we just talk about how amazing Hank is? He can make anybody sound good. Like, Hank is pure money.
Yeah.
He makes you interested even if it's somebody bad. I want to take this time out to say, I told you, Internet. I told you as soon as Chris Helmsley got a push, he would do amazing things. And that's exactly what he's doing. Because he, I don't want to say unfortunately, but he did beat Sonny Vice. He did beat him in under 9 minutes, and he is now the Futures Cup champion. If you go back to some of our other videos, I put over Chris Helmsley. I have. And I was right.
And we all actually put over Helmsley a little bit in a way. I've said that he's gotten a lot better in the ring, which just proves that he has. And I'm going to go on the record and say that he's probably going to be one of the longest reigning Future Cup champions. I really don't see him losing it for a while. That's just my opinion.
This is taking away nothing from Sonny Vice. It was in no way, shape, or form a squash match. Sonny Vice did not job in this match.
He came into this match based off of the Strip Through Crown match. He injured his leg.
Yeah.
So he came into this match with an injured leg, and he still fought valiantly to defend his crown.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't no easy victory for Helmsley at all.
No.
Even with a bum will, Sonny Vice still gave it his all.
Yeah, I hated how that sounded, that it was kind of like a walk in the park for Helmsley to beat Sonny Vice. If you've ever seen Sonny Vice in a match, you know how impressive he is.
Mm-hmm.
The future is nothing but bright for Sonny Vice. It just, unfortunately, just wasn't his night.
He ran into the train called Chris Helmsley.
Yeah.
So that leads us into the...
What?
How can we say this? The unprecedented reign of the television champion known as David Lawless,
Esquire,
who put up his television title against
the Golden Boy
Dennis Gregory.
Gregory, we have unfinished business, my friend.
Don't worry. Just by sitting next to her, I'm catching a whole bunch of STDs.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I bet. Gregory got the upper hand in this match. Like, right off the bat, he didn't even, like, wait for his introduction. He just ran into the ring and just started beating the holy shit out of Lawless.
Gregory, came in hot, man. He was ready for it.
Let me just say it's actually great to see you back in a PWX ring. You wasn't there though when he was there.
I don't care. I don't care. We have unfinished business.
Just let it go.
I will not. Have you met me? Of course I will not let shit go.
So, again, unfortunately, due to... Was it outside interference?
Yeah, it was Ryan Reigns.
Like, that guy matters.
Exactly.
But anyway, he didn't physically get involved in the match, did he?
No.
No, something happened where it was just... Oh. He didn't get involved in the match, but he did chase the gavel out of the WrestlePlex.
Disgraceful. Disgraceful.
So this match ended in a no contest as well.
It was disgraceful. You don't bother the gavel when he's wrestling. You don't do it. Especially when you're a lonely little peon like Ryan Reigns. You don't do it.
Wouldn't call Ryan Reigns a peon, but
I will call Ryan Reigns whatever the fuck I want.
whatever.
Because
Dude,
he's gonna act like he didn't hear me. But you can't ignore me, Ryan. You can't do it. This right here, you can't ignore.
Believe that. Suck it easy.
You're welcome, Internet.
So what was the next match on the card?
Crusher versus Kato.
For the 3 Rivers title.
Yeah. What was really interesting about this match is that the HBIC Honey Badger came out to challenge Crusher. And then Crusher, like a disrespectful jerk,
Punches her in the face.
like that's acceptable to do. And then Kato came out and they have an impromptu match. And 2 of the most established wrestlers, I would say, had a pretty interesting match. There's not really much I can say about this match other than I think it would have been better had it been Honey Badger. No offense to Kato. I just thought it would have been cool to see Honey Badger whip that ass. But anyway, Crusher won, which will lead us into the next PWX event called All In.
All In.
Where in every match there's something, a wrestler has to put something on the line.
Both wrestlers have to.
Both wrestlers? Oh yeah, that is right.
Yeah, like,
go ahead.
The participants in the match, whether it's tag team or singles, both sides have to put something up in this match to go all in or whatever. So after the match and everything, Kato gets on the mic and he says that Crusher may have won tonight, but he's not the better man. Kato's the better man. And he says come October 22nd, which is the next PWX show, by the way, at All In, if Kato cannot win the 3 Rivers title off of Crusher, he says he's done with wrestling. His career's over.
It's a pretty serious claim. I don't know if I like Kato's chances in this. Because Crusher has been very, I don't want to say desperate, but I would say methodical. He's been mean and devious in a lot of his doings. So, I don't know if I like Kata's chances in this.
Can I go on the record and say the only good thing about Crusher being Three Rivers champion now is knowing that for future matches, we're never ever going to see him play a tambourine ever again. So thank you, PWX management, who decided to put the Three Rivers title on him to get us away from hearing him having to play a goddamn tambourine.
Crusher. Who decided it was a good idea to give you a tambourine? And unfortunately, I know the answer. It was the Rev.
So after Kato made this challenge and threw his career on the line, he just hauls off and cold clocks Crusher right in the face, who spins around right into a stunner from Honey Badger.
Stunner.
And should we say, I'm going to say he sold it like a fucking fish.
He totally did.
Flopping out of water.
It was awesome. I liked it.
So, the next match on the card was for the now vacated PWX Tag Team Championship. But the stipulation for this was, it was a triple threat match.
Elimination.
So if it was elimination, why was there only one pinfall?
There wasn't one pinfall. It was elimination.
No.
Yes, it was.
If you go back, there was only one pinfall done in the match. And that was when Sean Phoenix got pinned, and then the ref said, ring the bell, it's over. Because Drake got injured, and the other one got thrown into the concession stand. So there was only one pinfall in this match.
Alright, so we're not going to take the time arguing. Let's talk about how these teams were formed.
So they said that the teams were formed by two people who's never tagged up before.
Yeah.
So for the order, they were represented by
the Rev,
the savior of professional wrestling, the Rev Ron Hunt,
no,
and the Bayou Bully. That's what I'm going to call him. Sure, why not? Christian Black.
okay,
Versus Lewis and Drake Braddock versus Shirley Doe and Sean Phoenix. Which, the combination of the three tag teams, this match was insane.
Yeah, it was similar to the
to the opening
Stripped
match.
and Crown match. Yeah, because they were fighting all across the wrestling
everywhere.
I really liked the teaming of Shirley Doe and Sean Phoenix. I really liked that team. I don't quite get the chemistry of Lewis and Drake Braddock.
But they work well together.
They didn't work bad. I'm just saying I didn't quite get how their particular energies mixed and their ring styles mixed. I would say that they're both pretty fearless in the sense that, like, Drake's batshit out of his mind most of the time, and Lewis is not afraid to take a bump.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll give him credit for that. I also want to say, just like with the Krevin and Sonny Vice match, I was right. If you go back in and you watch, I have said Christian Black will do amazing things. I've also put that guy over a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he won. They won the tag team titles, the Rev and Christian Black. So once again, I was right. And I'm so excited to see what those two will do in the future as tag team champions.
Yeah.
They're both incredibly talented. Whether you like them or you hate them, they're both incredibly talented, and they're probably some of the most athletic guys on the roster.
I'm actually, how can I say this? I'm actually ready to see what Christian can do now that he has the title in his hands.
Yeah. I'm stoked to see what comes of it.
I bet you he hits the ball out of the park every time he's in that ring now.
Yeah. I will say that I am a little pissed off that the Rev did not support us with
his holy water.
Yeah. What the hell? The hell, Rev. Thought we were cooler than that. Whatever. I don't know if you saw this, but did you see Drake? I don't know why I said I don't know if you saw this and then I'm gonna ask. Did you see Drake smack himself in the head repeatedly with a tambourine?
Yeah.
That man's insane. Like, there's something not fully right up there in the head of one Drake Braddock.
I know the reason why they probably only ended up having just one fall in this match. You didn't see this happen. This happened close to where we were sitting at.
By the Jim Miller Snack Bar Emporium.
The Rev and Christian Black sets up a folding chair, like opened it up and stuff, and had Drake prone onto the chair on his chest with his head sticking out the back. And Rev comes down with a knee drop to the back of the head, like right on the neck area. And Drake, for like a little bit, like I can overhear him say that he couldn't feel his legs. So like, I guess just assuming that and the ref being there, he just assumed that he couldn't continue. And it was at that point in time where Lewis came and tried to make the save for him, and he ended up getting thrown into the Snack Bar Emporium, which was pretty wild to begin with. And then Shirley Doe's a madman.
Makes me miss my son. I wish Eric were here to see it, but whatever.
Eric would have marked out for that tag team of Doe and Phoenix, because he's been a big supporter of Sean Phoenix, and you know what his love is for Doe.
It's unreal. I also, I know that you may not have seen this or have gotten this, but I love Sean Phoenix and the fact that he had pink hair. October is Breast Cancer Month and Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I thought that was really cool. Fourth Wall Down, he wore a Remy LeVay shirt, which was bad fucking ass, because Remy LeVay is amazing.
A mind eraser.
I give Sean Phoenix credit for having the balls to wear the shirt of a wrestler that is not on the PWX roster. I don't know how cool that is to do, but I loved it. I marked out, once again, in typical Sean Phoenix fashion, he took a lot of hard bumps.
Typical Sean Phoenix.
I'm glad he's not dead.
Yet.
I'm very glad he's not dead. But it was insane. Normally I would rant about Lewis, but I'm pretty sure I said everything that I wanted to say.
Other than the fact, he surprised me in this match, how much he hung in there in this match.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really surprised.
Like the kid has heart. He has heart. Let me tell you that.
Yeah. He's still not a nerd. He's still a poser, and yeah. He pissed me off. So whatever happens with him in his career, just know he's not a nerd.
So this leads us into the main event. It was the final match on the card.
Yeah.
That's what the main event means.
Thanks, Michael Cole.
Well, you looked at me like I was plumb fucking stupid.
Because it's just weird to see these two men in the main event. That's all.
Yeah.
It just didn't seem like a main event worthy match. That's all.
The reason why she's saying that, because it was Strider versus Ryan Reigns. Well, she blows her Canadian honker.
My honker is 100% American.
America?
America. No, that's just legitimately how I feel about Ryan Reigns, but continue.
So we saw Ryan Reigns pick up the victory in this match after he had help. Well, he didn't really ask for it, but Drake and Sonny Vice, the two people
Has had problems.
whose Strider's been a thorn in their side for the past couple months.
Yeah.
Came down to seek a little bit of revenge, and Sonny Vice ended up hitting the Shining Wizard, or as I like to call it, the glowing Harry Potter.
With one leg.
Yeah.
With one good leg, I should say.
And Ryan was quickly... He quickly capitalized to pick up the pinfall victory.
Yeah.
And the craziest thing happened at the end of this match.
I
don't know how to explain this, but for the past couple months, Max Daniels has been coming out saying to both Sonny Vice and Drake that he can
I'm sorry to interrupt, but he also tried to get Sean Phoenix.
Yeah. But Phoenix basically said, fuck you, he doesn't trust anybody anymore.
Can't blame the kid.
Basically, like, he can get them a shot at Strider.
Yeah.
And then, as Strider was getting ready to leave, Max Daniels comes out. Does he say anything?
No.
No, he doesn't say anything, but he leaves with Strider.
I don't know what's up with Papa Slaughter.
Father Farrah.
Father Farrah. I don't get it.
Or as my other brother calls him, HR.
Parkinson?
Because, it's GQ, so it's HR. Because he's the father, so he has...
Yeah, whatever. I don't get what Papa Slaughter's doing in this match, or in this whole scenario.
I don't. He's trying to recruit people to beat the shit out of Strider, and now he leaves with Strider. I'm dumbfounded by it. I'm baffled.
Whatever end game Father Farrah has is just way beyond my realm of comprehension. What was interesting was the challenge made by Drake Braddock. Once again, there's something not right up there. He, like Kato, put his career on the line.
But he said not just his career, he said everything. His military career, his wrestling career. He said basically if he can't beat Strider, he's going to turn his back on the fans.
Fans like us that have supported him from day one, back when he was a referee. If you don't appreciate what Drake Braddock can do, you can go fuck yourself, because he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's nothing short of spectacular every single time.
For being batshit crazy.
He's batshit crazy. I love it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an interesting match.
So this leads us into the final segment of the night. Chris Taylor and Justin Idol come out talking about them losing the Tag Team Championships. Justin Idol basically saying he doesn't blame Chris for losing. There's only one person to blame, and it's Brandon K. Brandon comes out. Justin Idol says that since he's been back in PWX, Brandon has been doing nothing but ducking him, and challenged him to a match for the title tonight. Well, of course, Brandon being who he is and everything, he says, I have a better idea, and he called out the rest of the order. the Order surrounds the ring. One by one, they get in the ring. They get their ass kicked by Taylor and Idol.
With the help of...
Well, no, at first it was just Chris Taylor and Justin Idol taking care of business until the monstrous Duke Davis came in. They both tried to charge at Duke. Duke gripped him, was getting ready to choke slam him, when all of a sudden, who comes out? Mad Mike. Mad Mike was the surprise return to help, Gregory, Idol, Taylor, and Bubba to take on the Order. And pretty much from that point on, the three of them just dominated the Order. Poor Rev got his ass handed to him.
Can we talk about what Mad Mike did with the Rev? He picked him up, and who did he throw him into? Gavel.
Yeah.
He picked up the Rev.
Like he was going to body slam him, and he just chucked him head first in the Gavel's dick. Right in the Gavel's gavel. And when you're talking about that thing he uses on the bench.
I'm so sorry, Gavel. But that, to pick up a human being and throw him into the crotch of another, that was just hilarious.
And he did it with fucking ease, too. Like,
yeah.
He didn't even, he just chucked him like a fucking spear right into Gavel's dick.
Poor Gavel.
Poor Gavel, poor Rev. He landed on his head.
Yeah, I still feel worse for the Gavel in this situation.
And I don't know how he ended up doing it, but Mike climbed the top rope, which to me wasn't supposed to, didn't seem too sturdy at the time.
No.
He climbed the top rope and he did his top rope leg drop onto the Rev. Again, poor Rev.
It was not a good night for the Rev. Oh, yeah. That brings me up to, back to the Gavel's match. The Gavel did not fear the rope situation. He hit the ropes and he climbed the ropes, and to anybody that has ever once said Lawless is ballless, I think that proved without a doubt that he's not, because as a spectator, I was cringing at the sight of somebody touching those ropes, let alone running them and climbing them. So, to whomever has ever said that, go fuck yourself, because he proved that he is not.
Yeah, he had me scared a couple times. Like, I thought, one time where he got whipped into the corner so hard that he bounced off, and I thought, the ropes was going to snap again.
It was a very nerve-wracking situation, and I give the Gavel credit for having the balls to do it.
So after the beatdown of the Order, especially the Rev, sorry Rev.
Sorry Rev.
We still love you, but you got your ass kicked tonight.
He did. He did.
That's what you get for not scoring us with holy water, you fuck. Justin Idol said that the Order is a pretty strong unit, but it looks like they're starting to get to where they need to be, and come October 22nd, the final piece of the puzzle will be there with them. The speculation is, who the fuck's it going to be?
It could legitimately be anybody.
There's a couple fans out there that was chatting Ashton, which could very well be Ashton, because he's had his time with everybody.
Yeah. That's
anti-Order.
Yeah.
Or it could be somebody from the golden era with Golden Boy Dennis Gregory. Leave that man alone.
I will not.
The man comes out to Heat Meister every once in a while. can't hate him then.
I absolutely can.
But you didn't when he did.
If he were to get an STD from me, he better be fucking grateful. Like, how dare he insult me like that?
So overall, despite the problems that they had with the ring, finally getting it fixed towards the end, to the most point, out of 10, I would rate the show a 7. The match, the way the matches were like set up and the stipulations for the matches was pretty cool.
I respect the out-of-the-box thinking. I love the different... It was similar to the challenge, in the sense that we got to see some things that we may not have gotten to see before, like the tag team of Doe and Phoenix, and, you know, things of that nature. I'm just going to go on record and say this was probably the worst PWX show that I've been to. No, due to none of the wrestlers. Alright, every single wrestler that was on this card in any form did an amazing job. They did everything that we could have ever asked for them as fans. I take nothing away from any of their efforts, every single one of them. But I just feel like a lot of spots were rushed, a lot of matches were just changed a lot because the pivotal role of the ring was taken out. I just was not overall happy with the show altogether. Again, taking nothing away from any of the wrestlers, I just feel that it was a completely shitty situation to put those professionals in, and if they don't get a new ring, I would refuse to work there if I were a wrestler. I know that's like nowhere near my place to say, but it's just pure and simple safety.
There was a point in tonight where you yourself feared for your life.
Yeah.
No, like with the whole ketchup incident.
Can we not talk about that? I'm still itchy. But, yeah. So I will, do you have anything else to say before I go on a rant?
I don't know what you're ranting about.
Doesn't matter. Do you?
Probably, but...
Go ahead, then.
No?
I'll wait.
No, go ahead.
I'll wait. I've been holding this in. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So I'm gonna break the fourth wall again because it's my fucking show and I fucking can. In the one corner of the WrestlePlex was a dartboard with a couple pictures of former wrestlers and a manager. I thought that was about one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen. To put those men's pictures on a dartboard was just completely out of line, considering how hard each of them have worked. Whether you like them or you don't, that's not really the point. The point is your feelings should have been kept to yourselves. Like, not only should they have never been there, but they should have never been there for fans to see. So whomever did that, and I sincerely hope it's not somebody that I really like, because that would severely disillusion me from you. But whoever did that is a complete fucking asshole. Whether you like somebody or not, you don't do that in a professional environment. If I had my own company, I wouldn't put a picture of Paul Chasko on a dartboard. Now, if he came to my home, maybe. Alright? But I would never put it in my company. Like, I would never put it in that environment. And to cross that line for fans to see is fucked up. And I know a couple of the stories of those men that were on that board. And those were men that have given a lot to the business. And those were men that have been screwed over by PWX and PWX management. And I'm not going to name any names because it really doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, it was fucking wrong. So whoever did that, just really think about the fucking image that you're putting out there. And how bitter douchebags you look like. And that's my rant. We couldn't have a podcast or whatever you want to call it without a Courtney rant. I've officially met the quota. There it is. Do you have anything to say about the dartboard?
No.
No.
I mean, I do, but
No.
It's douchebaggy to say what I was thinking.
You can say whatever you want to say. This is your show.
Nope.
Okay. I mean, it is your show, and it is your opinion. You have the right to say whatever you want. Alright.
Let's just say that I wouldn't have used the talent that they used for said dartboard.
Okay.
Would you want to ask me who I would use?
Who would you use?
Without naming names, I'll just say initials. 2 initials come to mind.
Would those initials happen to be JR?
No. The initials would have to be WW. You know,
Walter White?
the greatest tag team in tag team wrestling, indie wrestling history.
Okay.
And right in the middle, right in the bullseye, right in the fucking bullseye, I would put DF.
It's fucking wrong.
Manager of said WW.
It's wrong. It pissed me off.
Who the fuck is JR?
Trey Rogers.
Oh. No, I would just put a picture of an Xbox up there. With an Xbox with a big red circle. Maybe with some of the letters like F, S, W scratched out it or something. Totally forgot about him, but no, definitely not him. On a side note, something interesting is going to be happening in a couple weeks that I'm pretty excited about.
Halloween.
Yeah, but this is before Halloween.
Defense Sunday. Ding-a-ding-a-dingle.
No, not that either.
Return of the Pumpkin Spice Latte.
No.
Watching Hocus Pocus.
Fuck that movie. Fuck Bette Midler. And all the other witches in that fucking movie.
Well, I'm out of guesses.
Out of my 18 plus years of witnessing indie wrestling,
That number seems a little low.
18 plus.
Still seems a little low, but go ahead.
I get to witness my very first casket match
Really? Because I'm gonna call shenanigans. We saw one together.
No, we didn't.
We did.
Not a casket match.
We did.
When?
I don't know if it was a casket match, but the ending was... No, it was a casket match. It was Chasko versus Connor.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. The finish was Paul Chasko standing on a casket with Matt Connor in there.
Yeah, but it didn't start off that way.
Well,
it wasn't advertised as a casket match.
What kind of match was it advertised as?
I don't remember, but it wasn't a casket match.
Was it like a last man standing?
Something like that.
Because Chasko won.
Because they brought the casket out. Connor brought the casket out halfway in the match. It wasn't never advertised as a casket match.
Well, what kind of match could it have been then?
I don't know, but it wasn't casket.
Well, Chasko didn't get a pinfall. It wasn't...
It was last man standing. Because the ref counted to 10.
Oh. Then Chasko's just a fucking bitch again. Anyway, yes, there is a casket match.
October 22nd, Code Red Wrestling, Century 3 Mall. Or as the second greatest ring announcer in indie wrestling history, Lincoln Jones, puts it, the C3 Mall. Be there, or be square.
Yeah, that match is going to be insane. You got the Enigma Lucio DeVere taking on the son of Strong Style, James Dean. These two have been on a collision course for a while. This would be their rubber match, and it's going to be insane. I give Code Red a lot of credit for putting on these different types of matches. The 3 stages of Hell match, the Code Red Rumble. You know, there's been a lot of shit.
The tag team ladder match.
The tag team ladder match. Perfect example. Like, there's a lot of shit going on there that's pretty fucking cool.
Do you want to just run down their card? Let's try to fill the seats up for them?
I mean, we can.
I mean, there's going to be...
We're going to crown new tag team champions.
Yep, there's going to be a tag team gauntlet match.
Between...
Well, right now...
the team of Pride or Die taking on the Cutlery.
Spoiler alert.
No, it was announced. It's on social media.
Spoiler alert.
It's not a spoiler, it's on social media, dick.
Spoiler alert.
So...
Also, for the first time, Dan Sandwich to be defending his high-stakes championship against his longtime rival, Fleck.
I guess you could say that. This is...
The only question I have for you is this the night that Fleck finally conquers that sandwich?
No. No. This match, this rivalry is as old as Code Red itself. It just doesn't seem to end.
Is Mirror defending the belt that night?
Yes, but we don't know against who.
And all I can say is that I know at least 2 people that's going to be going, that's going to be at Code Red Wrestling on October 22nd, that's looking for revenge for something that happened to him 1 year ago. He's going to leave it at that. You know what happened if you were there.
I stand corrected. There are 4 teams in the tag team gauntlet match. We're going to have Pride or Die and the Cutlery. I apologize. I misread what was put on social media. I was wrong.
Spoiler alert.
But I will say this. The greatest team ever will be getting their revenge. They are not letting it go.
I heard through the grapevine that they're coming with backup.
Unexpected backup.
Who's it gonna be, you ask? Well, let me just tell you this. Even if we knew, we couldn't tell you anyway.
We can't reveal that information at this time. So whatever is going to happen, they're going to be taking over.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I could come up with.
Huh.
I'm stressed out.
Well, damn.
Whatever.
You got the E.
It was like that, then like that, and then like that.
So you just need the other letter. But anyway. So if you want to find out what's going to happen, get your asses to the C3 Mall in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. 3rd floor. Right above the food court.
Oh, and take as many pictures of the tag team match and hashtag Drew Flanagan in them. Hashtag.
Because I can guarantee you right now that at Code Red Wrestling, October 22nd, the action's not only going to happen in the ring, the action's going to happen behind the fucking barricade.
But again, seriously, every single second of this tag team gauntlet match needs to be documented and needs to be sent to Drew Flanagan, who is a salty bitch. Just saying. He is.
And the Boy Wonder.
Provided that doesn't fuck with his curfew time. Just saying.
So we want to see all you guys there on the 22nd. Again, 3rd floor, C3 Mall, Saturday, October 22nd. Doors open at
4:30.
4:30, bell time's at 5.
And they're usually pretty good about starting on time, too.
You got at least, what, five great matches on the card?
Already announced, yeah.
You got the tag team title gauntlet match.
Yeah.
The heavyweight title is going to be on the line. Nick Mir defending against... Right now, it looks like it's going to be vacant. Vacant's just taking over the goddamn world right now. You got Fleck versus Dan Sandwich for the high stakes title.
For like the 20th time.
Well, first time for the title, but for the 20th time in general. And you got Enigma versus James Dean in the casket match.
That's worth price of admission. Right there.
I hate to say it, but one of them is legit going to die in that match.
Yeah. It'll be also exciting to see what's going on with the Jones administration.
Yeah. Will there be another member to it?
Probably. Maybe not at this show, but sometime. Probably. But for those of you that cannot make it, they have a pretty good writer that does match results, so look out for those. Usually within a day or two after the show. I heard their writer's pretty good.
All I'm gonna say is, to end this, is hashtag Shredder for commish.
Hashtag Drew's a salty bitch. Hashtag suck it Flanagan. Hashtag boy wonder up past curfew.
Huh. Deal with it.
Suck it easy.
You're welcome, Internet.
Hashtag December 3rd. Ooh. That'll be the return of the next gen flick.
And again, on another positive note, November, we're shooting ahead a month real quick. November, BWF makes its return.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Also, Code Red's doing something cool in November. They're going to have 2 shows. One Saturday and one Sunday. Paul Slam is going to be a double show. That's going to be cool.
And November is the anniversary show for PWX.
Which is my favorite show of the year.
So we'll see how. So November's going to be pretty stacked for you guys out there in internet world with us and the B.M.E.
We're going to have a lot to talk about. Hopefully we'll have Eric with us for some of it.
If not, fuck him.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need that emo kid. It'd be nice to have him here, but what can we do?
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's been real. That was our coverage of PWX's Stripped or Crowned.
That was our cheap plug for Code Red and BWF. You got to hear him rant, so you're welcome, Internet.
So, until next time, everybody. Again, this is Ricky Hart signing off. To my lovely cohort, Courtney Wood.
Fuck you for me?
Lovely cohort.
Okay.
To the delicate flower.
I am right. Ever fucking forget it. I'm a delight.
No, you're not. We're going to leave you, well, I'm going to leave you with 3 parting words. Not only because we are here for you guys, we are the B.M.E. We are the best marks in the biz, NAF.
3 syllables.
But we're just going to forewarn you now that we're taking over. We'll see you on the flip side.